Nice. That's crazy. So the switchback setup that we're gonna put in the little housing here, it's actually gonna work the same way that the C-Light does. Go ahead and hit the turn signal. When you hit the turn signal, then it's gonna flash, but it's also gonna have a new function. It's gonna go white. Back in the day, we used to have these little bulbs. If anybody remembers what these guys looked like, they would always end up burning out. Half of these little LEDs are burned out already on this. And it would install into a regular 2-wire setup like this WRX has, but then you had this third extra wire that you could connect up to power, and it would turn it white with the running lights. Very much like the C-Lights have on this car. I might try to do that with one of these new FlyRyde bulbs, because this thing is super bright. Well, we know that that works, so total cheater style. Okay, so this guy has the wire to the parking light, same as this C-Light does. Its original 2 wires go right inside. We really didn't modify anything besides that we wedged this 1 wire in there, and it pinches it down in between the O-ring, if you can see that. I'm actually very confident that this is gonna work perfect. The only thing we gotta do now is get rid of that chrome so that it matches that bulb perfect. It's hard to be cool when you're on your knees. Hey, what a day. So this is a normal 7443 bulb, and what I should be putting in this is a 7440. All that means is that on a 7443 you have 2 legs on this side and 2 legs on that side. On a 7440, you only have 1 leg on each side. So right now I'm testing this, and it's looking like when I put ground right there, then that's going to be power. That's not what I want. I need it to be amber, and then this side should be white, and this side should be white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eliminate this wire. Ooh. I'm just going to make a solder connection right here. So you can modify these 7443 bulbs to do this exact same thing. And this is just going to be a little piece of heat shrink that I run down over that and back up. So now I know that where this is at, that's my ground wire. So I'm going to make sure I pay attention to that when I put it in, because on the first side we did it, we popped the fuse, that being ground and not touching the ground wire. Pop. This shows me that's black wire is ground, this is the turn signal wire. So I want to make sure when I seat this thing in here, I want to put that wire far on the other side. If I've done a good job, we'll clear the socket, make sure that it's nice and straight, and then I'm going to run this right out the back. Just have to see where the big tab is at. That's going to slide right in. And there we go. So this should light up now as amber. I'll turn on the hazard lights and we'll check. And then the next thing, we're gonna hook this wire up to the parking light, the same as this C-Light is on the headlight, and it should light up white as well. We have our switchback LED driver from Diode Dynamics. It's got power coming in and ground coming in for the parking light. We're not gonna mess with anything besides the white. All I'm gonna do is I want to tap into that white parking light input wire, and I'm gonna plug that into the bulb. Pray it does not pop a fuse. Oh yeah. Ah. All good? On the other light, we had issues with the C-Light, and because we're using this Diode Dynamics module, I figured I'd check the JST connection. Now this is something a lot of people don't know to check because there's nothing that you can see that's wrong. But if you look at the headlight right now, it's actually flickering as I'm doing all this stuff. Behind the scenes, you've got a connection that looks like it's got some water damage. So these things should always be used with dielectric grease inside so that water can't get in and bridge different connections. You've got a ground wire, a turn signal wire, and a parking light wire all right next to each other. And so because I'm not confident in this connector right now, the phone's gonna ring, but I'm gonna chop these ends off and then I'm gonna replace them with different connectors. Never mind. So we've got the switchback C-Light, the switchback turn signal housings, and then this is awesome because it doesn't have the parking light on right now. because he's got just his DRLs on, his e-brake is down, the diode dynamics module is powering up those C lights. What we've tapped into for our new black housing turn signals with the switchback bulb is the parking light. So if he turns on parking light, go ahead, turn on your parking lights. Boom. So now with the parking lights on, and these guys are good to go. All right, and then kill the signal. So we've got switchback. And if you notice, so the C lights have their own timing because of the diode module, and then the switchback bulbs down here have built-in timing for them. So two different things. It looks really cool. They match great. Yeah, it looks super good. Okay, well, we got to put that little bezel back on right there and get this thing out of here. So I'm tired. I'm super tired, but I'm glad that we got it finished. I'm glad that we did the cool little switchback modification. We did the dip. We did all of that. I'm gonna chop these into different videos. So I might be talking about this and you might be seeing it and be like, what? I'm pumped on WRX content. We got some stuff batched up and ready to go in the hopper. Lots of videos coming. Thank you guys for watching.